Hi everyone, here we have another update of the Portuguese phone. When I say Portuguese phone, it's a 706 type, but it was one that was used in Portugal and also in Malta, as you can see by the sign there, which was used by Malta. And also the underside of the plastic case, or the plastic base, you've also got on this one an adjuster for the ringer, but it doesn't appear to work. I don't quite know how that's supposed to work. You look at the other side, it doesn't really do anything, so it may be just for show. But anyhow, these three phones all come out of the same stable, I would say. And the stable is Plessey, made in Portugal. So it looks likely that Plessey had a company or an associate that made telephones in Portugal. Do know that Portugal also had the AEP brand, which is Automatic Electric Portugal, which was a branch of the ATE, Automatic Telephone Electric, of Beeston, Nottingham in England. And also found out through a friend of mine who actually obtained one of these, a 706 type for Portugal and made by AEP, which is slightly different innards to the ones I show now. At the back here we've got obviously the three cases, which are exactly the same. I say exactly the same, alright. There's a white one there and the other two are grey, but they are basically the same. They all got this little metal carrying handle. The handsets, once again, typical 706 type. The telephones themselves are totally different. Let me turn this one back over. As I say, as far as I make out, they're probably, as I said, out of the same stable. We've got different versions. As I say, this is the one I showed early on, straight on with the adjuster to the bell. It doesn't appear to work. It just moves a little lever. If I can show it working there. You've got a lever under there, which it's not very clear, is it? There we are. The lever under there, which moves that, supposed to move that up and down. How it affects the actual striker, I don't know. That's a bit of a mystery. Anyway, it's not the only mystery with these. The one in the middle, as I say, is a very basic job. It hasn't got any regulators. You've just got very basic bits and bobs. The diagram, which was with this one, the other ones have got diagrams on the case. This one, the case, it dropped off inside. There's the diagram, and it shows you, or doesn't show you, where the regulator would be, because there's no regulator for this version. Tells you what the telephone is. It's a Tipo 7P, type 7P. It's got it in 3 languages. Got it in English. 7P. So this, as I say, was made for the Portuguese market, and obviously also for use in Malta. Now then, what was I going to say? The bell, I'll show you on this one. I took the dial off so you can see the bell. There's the actual bell coil. They're all the same on these three, except the one that's got the one that you can adjust. But they're basically the same. Single coil, 1000 ohms. They terminate at the side there. They're quite a neat type of arrangement. The armature, the part that moves with the magnet, is suspended in that arrangement at the back there. So yeah, they work, and they seem to be quite good. The rest of this one has got all of its other innards. It's got your pick it up. Let's turn the light on so we can see what we're doing. It's a bit better than that. Have a closer look inside. You can see the actual regulator parts. They're all on the same printed circuit board. You've got the cradle switch, which operates a micro switch. You've got your anti-side tone induction coil. To be quite honest, these are more reminiscent of the 784. I'm not very good at numbers, so as I said before, I'm number blind. But the later version of the 700 type telephone, 746. As you can see, this is more typical of that type of design. In my opinion, it has been cheapened, obviously to keep the price down. Not too bad. But they've got problems. Well, I think they've got problems. They don't necessarily want to work on the system I've got with this one and the one from Malta. When you connect them up, you just get a ring trip. Now, I've tried testing all of it. In fact, I changed the actual capacitor on that one. I thought it might have been that breaking down, but no, it's not. I have come to a conclusion though. The one in the middle worked straight off. It worked as you say, out of the box when I got it. But you'll also see there's the I think it's 3.3k resistor, and that is in the ringer circuit. And I think what is happening, I'm with Virgin, and I think they're when they send the ringing out, it's a little bit more sort of critical, and without that, certainly with these phones, it seems to not work. It just ring trips. If you get a ring back and remove one of the sleeves so that what they call them, the contacts, little straps. If you move one of those to start the bells ringing on the incoming circuit, and then connect push the strap back in, the phone starts to ring. So it's something to do with the fact that it needs that resistor in there. If it doesn't see that, it tends to ring trip. So that is probably all. I've had these boards out. I've looked at it. Now the one here. No, is it this one? I get confused. No, the one we're looking at. The one we're looking at, which had got the resistor put in. For some unknown reason, and don't ask me why, there is no strap between those two, which amazes me it still works, because that is in the bell circuit as well. So whether the previous owner or somewhere along the line, they've had that board out, and you've got the screw there which holds the board in. That holds it in, and you've got to untwiddle the little lever that goes onto the micro switch. I'm not taking this one out. It works as far as I'm concerned, but they might have done something underneath, because if you do put the strap back in this one, we're back to square one. It just ring trips again. So I've left it as it is. It might have been a mod added since these phones were made. The date on these, well, I've got one here, 82. So they were relatively recent. Second month, 82. What else can I say? I'll show you the diagram of the other ones. That's the one, that's the diagram for that one. Here we've got another diagram. Same model, 7P. There's the regulator on this one shown in the diagram, and the rest of it there. You've got notes underneath telling you various connections and that. Yeah, as I say, these do turn up occasionally on eBay, sort of knowing what they are. So if you always, as I say, I always look on the little pictures that show you the phone in details, where you might see the show it as a complete job, or hopefully they show you the base, because you can learn quite a lot from the base. Numbers, they can often tell you whose phone they are, what they were used on, what systems. And in this case, as I said before, by turning it over, let's turn another one over. There is the underside again. Notice there's no regulator. You've got the minus and the plus, but there's no slider there. I don't think that actually works on the other one. But you've got the OK sign. You've got a number there, TMA 7190. You've also got this L on the top. So if you see one of these phones, it will immediately tell you it's possibly a Plessey and possibly made in Portugal. And also on here, I think it's written somewhere, I'm not too sure. Let's see. Well, this one I can't see the name. There we are, PL. The name PL there, which is a code for Plessey. I know one of the other ones on the bell. There we are. On the end there of the bell, PL. Telling you it's made by Plessey. So that, more or less, is it. Obviously the dial is of the normal type found on the 706, and I would think was also made in Portugal. They're exactly the same dial. The actual metal plate has got like a patterning on it, little dots, which make it look nice. So there we are. Also, I don't know whether I mentioned, but the AEP also, and I think I mentioned this just a minute ago, I'm getting a bit dodder in my old age, also made this type of phone as used in Portugal, AEP, Automatic Electric of Portugal. I haven't got one, but I do know that it exists, and one is shown by a collector on GPO telephones on the computer, which is quite good. I'm learning all the time. Just don't know what turns up. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. I feel a bit weary. I'm looking forward to picking my new car up tomorrow as well. So, yeah, I'm quite happy. When I say new, it's a different car. It's not a brand new one. I'm not able to go out and buy brand new cars. But anyway, it's something to look forward to. And I just hope my pussycat will be okay. I'm allowed to say pussycat, aren't I? I'm sure I can. Well, Mrs. Slocum got away with it. You know, are you being served? And again, I'm showing my age again. So I suppose I'm entitled to. So many old stuff I can remember as a kid. I remember I was a kid then when a programme on the radio, not even TV, called Journey into Space. And that was a fascinating thing. Everything was in imagination. It wasn't watched on a screen. It was in your head imagining these things. And that was in some ways quite scary. Journey into Space, which took over from another programme called Dick Barton, Special Agent. And that was in the 50s, late 40s to 50s. So it was a long time ago. And I believe who took over from there was the Archers. Anyhow, I go into all this, whether it's I've given you correct information or not, don't know. I think I have. But anyhow, once again, thanks for watching. Also, thanks for any comments on any of my other videos I put up. Gentleman was very pleased my Vocular CRISPR looks like it's going to survive with nice green shoots, so I'm grateful of that, and thank you. It's Rusty Motor from Australia. And in fact, the person I was talking about with the AEP phone is also from Australia, and a very keen member, by the way. Very interested in trams and trains. Another one of perhaps my interests. I've got too many interests. I don't know whether he's into lifts, but I know at one time I was almost joined a lift company. Fortunately I didn't, because I haven't got a head for heights, so it wouldn't be very good. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Any comments please make. Recapping on these, as I say, I'll show you the way they're wired up. This one shows the terminations and where the straps go. Another one. Also, I should add, the way the cords are held in are different to what you normally get. These are quite good because they fit into little slots within the plastic of the base. So the base is plastic and it forms the grips for the cable. So that is another thing which is different, and possibly, whether you can see it, you may not be able to see it if you're looking at it on eBay because they don't often, or never seen one of these shown with the covers taken off. So there's a difference there. And the other one there shows the same type of configuration. But I would think if you put the little resistor, took that strap out and put the I think it's a 3.3k resistor in there, that would probably make this phone work. Funny enough, I haven't even got any of those resistors. As I said, I've never normally needed to use them, but I think it is a possibility. And also, I did find out that using the bell on my autophone stopped me using any other phones on the circuit. They wouldn't ring. The autophone was just draining the complete ringing condition. This is only to say only since noticing on Virgin. So I disconnected the bell off the autophone, which is in the living room. Phone works perfectly, the bell works perfectly, but that would probably need one of those resistors. So just a bit of information there. So whereas, as I say, in the past I've never normally worried about this 3K job. It looks like it could be necessary if you're on Virgin. The Virgin system seems to be very good, and it's helped me getting these videos out because the service is very fast uploading the stuff. I think I've got it the right way around, uploading. I know it seems to be very fast. The longest time taken is from the bringing right up to high definition. I think it's called. This camera gives it in that. My other camera just gives it as normal. To be quite honest, I can't really tell the difference. But there we are. That's how it's going. So yeah, I think that is more or less all I've got to say. And you can see these are a bit different, and as I say, I don't really like this design. It's, as I say, 746 type of idea. I'd much rather see the 706 with the card which slots in the back there, or where it's even mounted on the back there on those plates. I know some makes do mount them. The AEP phone, it's mounted because I saw a picture of it. It just shows how things have changed. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up now. Going on, talking all day and night. And once again, thanks for watching. Any comments please make, and I'll try and get back. Thank you again. And I've just noticed the sun's come out, so looks like it might be a nice bright day. So thanks for watching. Thank you.